showtime!
Yeah. We are back, baby. We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. This is the pre-show. Your boys rocking solo for this go around because we're gonna get to in just a little bit, but I'm gonna give people time to get up on here so we can get our quick thoughts and predictions. Not predictions, our thoughts and analysis, if you will, for NXT Deadline 2023. We had so much happening on this show, but hopefully people enjoyed it because I know I did. I enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Too crazy. But man, I literally just I cannot win my title back. Because for those of you who don't know, Highlight Reel is still the Freepedia predictions champion. I cannot win my title back to save my life. Like come on. I need my title back. I need my go. I'm breaking the rules now. I can't rock the gold chain on this show. It was a 3-way tie with Cheech, Highlight, and yours truly. So, man, don't want to waste any more time. We might as well go ahead and hit that intro, give our thoughts on this entire show, and get the hell up out of here because it's 11 on the dot or 11:03. But yo, let's rock.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH UNLEASHED!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Hero, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is a bonus edition of this podcast. This is the Deadlock, the NXT Deadlock. Is that the name of it? Yes, that is. It is the NXT Deadlock post show. For those of you who don't know, but now you know, it is your boy, the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, yours truly. It is your boy GRESH joining you for this show, and you would usually hear someone on the other side of it, but I'm rocking solo for this go round because our boy Highlight Reel will be back with us on Tuesday to chop it up with yours truly for everything that goes on in the world of professional wrestling. But for this year's NXT Deadline post show, it is going to be yours truly rocking solo. And first things first, before we get things started, got to give a special shout out to friend of the show as well as Highlight Reel's lady, Nikki, sending my condolences to her family for their sudden loss or their loss. And I wish you all the best. And hopefully, if you need anything from me, you know where to find me. But condolences to you guys as well. But yo, on to today's bonus episode. Yeah, you know, yours truly rocking solo. But before we get into NXT Deadline, because I am not the Freepedia champion, Highlight Reel is still the champion, because in the case of a 3-way tie or a tie in general, the championship does not change hands. So I cannot rock my gold chain. So I am now 0-3 with these predictions. I got to change the game. I got to step it up. But yo, we got so much on tap because we had an impromptu CM Punk appearance at NXT Deadline to kick off the show. I don't know what the hell this was. It was just like I feel like they were supposed to say something, but they both forgot the script. So it was literally just it was wholesome. So I give them that. They even got a selfie. Shawn Michaels and CM Punk got a selfie with this situation. So nothing too shabby on that one. Like it was lighthearted. I'm surprised Punk had the nerve to rock Bret Hart hoodie in front of HBK of all people, but I mean they forgave each other just like Triple H and Punk forgave each other for handling business. But yo, if you were to tell me this was going to be the case 5 years ago, 4 years ago, even last year, I would probably have lied to you. I probably would have told you are a liar. But hey, you can't really knock all that. So, but yo, man, NXT Deadline, I feel like this year was, especially the 2 Iron Survivor challenges, lived up to the hype of, especially of last year, because I believe last year's winners was Roxanne Perez and Grayson Waller, who's now on SmackDown. But yeah, if I had to really like nitpick on anything, it's nothing to nitpick on. It was literally 2 solid Iron Survivor challenges that I even like. I will I'll get to it when we talk about it, but I'm currently in timeout because I doubted Trick Williams. That's my bad. So I'm currently in timeout. So I doubted the ancestors according to my good buddy. So hey man, I take the loss on that, but might as well go ahead and try to go in order as much as possible. Axiom defeated Nathan Frazier to open the show. That was honestly, this was on the kickoff show. So honestly, if I had to be honest with you, this match was, it didn't really have too much heat for me, but it still delivered. Pun intended to NXT Stand and Deliver, but it still delivered for what it was. Like I had no gripe with this particular match on the kickoff show. It's very rare that we get kickoff matches anyway nowadays in WWE. So this was a nice way to get the crowd hyped, get the crowd going. And honestly, they knocked it out of the park. But yo, Axiom picked up the win. I got the predictions right on that one as well as highlight. But hey man, this was a fun opener. And then next up we continued on with the NXT North American Championship match. Shout out to Wesley. I believe he's undergoing surgery on his back. I don't know what time or what day it is, but we're going to continue to send well wishes to Wesley. And in his place is Dragon Lee challenging Dirty Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American Championship. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this match, it was solid for what it was. Like it was fun. It was you could tell that it was short notice. I wasn't really a fan of Dragon Lee losing on SmackDown last night and then having this match. So it's kind of like, but I get that this was a last minute thing because I believe the original outcome was for Wesley to win the title, because that's why myself and Cheech picked Dragon Lee to win, or Wesley to win the title before we found out that he was injured. So, and our wishes or our predictions came to pass because Dragon Lee is your new NXT North American champion. I enjoyed this match for what it was. Like it was a sudden loss, in my opinion. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was like, if I don't know if someone was hurt or whatever, but it just felt, I was like, I looked down for like a split second, and then next thing I know, boom. Oh no, I just muted. I think I went muted. Next thing I know, it went boom, and then Dragon Lee is your new NXT North American champion. I ain't never seen another man hate. I mean, like literally love the fact that his son lost more than Rey Mysterio. The next person that I feel like that loved that type of thing was James St. Patrick, Ghost from Power. Like that man was so smiling ear to ear that this man won. But yo, congratulations to Dragon Lee for winning the NXT North American Championship. I'm not really a fan of 2 main roster talents winning or fighting over the developmental slash third brand slash whatever you want to call it title. But if this is going to eventually lead to someone else winning the title from Dragon Lee, um, I'm all game because there's so many talented people in NXT to win that title that can win that title from him. You got your like if they want to, they want to put Dijak in this situation. They want to put all these other people in that way they can transfer, not really transfer, like have some people who needs that main roster experience to hop on SmackDown and potentially challenge Dragon Lee for the title and win it. Like that'd be a nice little rub. Like that's what I'm loving that what they're doing with NXT nowadays. But yo, once again, congratulations to Dragon Lee for winning the NXT North American Championship. Next up, we had the Iron Survivor Challenge, the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Tiffany Stratton, Blair Davenport, Fallon Henley, Lash, the Legend, and Kalani Jordan. I put out on Twitter that I feel like Blair Davenport would be the workhorse of this match, and I was right. But I am not going to sit here and act like nobody in this match didn't carry their own. Like they literally carried their weight, in my humble opinion. Like every single person in this match did not stand out like a sore thumb. They did not look out of place. Like you had Kalani, she was there pretty much in the spot where like, thank you for your hard work. Go out there and show up and show out, but you're not winning because she got like 0 points. Tiffany Stratton was literally beefing with Fallon. She pushed her through the announce table. She practically died, that being Fallon. And then Tiffany said, fuck it, we ball, and hit a swanton from on top of the penalty box into a crowd of people. Luckily, this wasn't like what happened at NXT Stand and Deliver, where they parted like the Red Sea and let her crash and burn to the floor. It was a fun situation right there. And then obviously, like once again, shout out to Lash the Legend. She came in, showed up, showed out, and she stacked him and pinned him tribal chief style. We here at the GRESH Unleashed podcast acknowledge Lash Legend. That's all I'm gonna say. And then obviously Blair Davenport picked up the win, basically out surviving everybody, and she got the most points, and she is now the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT New Year's Evil. Fun women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Like I said, no complaints. And obviously Lyra Valkyria came out to confront them because that's what they're going to do. And then obviously after this, surprise, Cora Jade made her impromptu return to NXT. I know she quit a couple of months ago in kayfabe, but now she's back. And to steal a word from Booker T, she's looking good. But hey, man, hopefully whatever they do, because I'm pretty sure they're going to keep the title on Lyra, and Blair is going to give her a killer match in New Year's Evil, the first NXT of the new year. But I would not be against them putting the title on Cora Jade on at some point, or taking the title from Lyra, and they finally do something with Cora, because she's been going, like, I've been asking this question for a while, like, where the hell is Cora Jade? But yep, she's back, and she's going to more than likely kill it on whatever they do. She said see you Tuesday to find out what's next with her. So hey, man, do what you do. Next up, we had a match where I pretty much, my brain shut down. It was Carmelo Hayes versus Lexis King. They've been telling this story with like who attacked Trick, and this was a match because I believe Lexis has been pretty much alluding to that he's been the one behind the attack on Trick. And this was a solid match. Like, this was I'm not even going, like, I know to this day, I will tell you this, like, my mood has not changed on Lexis King, Brian Pillman Jr. I am not moved by this man. Like I've had people say, I feel like you're secretly a fan of no, I am not. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a fan of this man. I don't care. Call that man. Yeah, shout out King. He said, call that man by his given name. Yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. I ain't calling him Lexus King no more. Wu-Tang beard, McDonald's upside down beard. Woo. But nah, man. This was a solid match. This was a solid match for what was. Carmelo Hayes was practically carrying my interest in this match. Point blank period. And obviously Carmelo Hayes picked up the win over Lexus King to basically silence this man. And then apparently after the match, he said, "Oh, hey, I didn't attack Trick. So Melo, my brother, you looking guilty as hell, my boy." That's not the game I would look for. Oh, you talking about Brian Pillman Jr. or Wu-Tang Clan or Brian Pillman Jr. I got you, man. I got you, Ken. I got you. But yeah, we're gonna call him BPJ. That's what we're gonna call him, BPJ. Or BP, no gas station. But yeah, Carmelo Hayes, you looking kind of guilty. You looking kind of guilty, my boy. And then you came out at the end, like, come on now. Come on. Pick it up. But yeah, we all picked Carmelo Hayes to win because, like, shout out the highlight reel. Like he said, who gives a fuck about Brian Pillman Jr., BPJ? His name is Lil Sweet. Lil Sweet. Yo, fun fact. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. You know how everybody assumed that I'm related to everybody, but I believe, and I could be wrong, I have to verify, but I believe that the guy who played Lil Sweet on that Dr. Pepper is my uncle. I will have to verify. I will literally verify. I'm gonna try to verify by Tuesday, but I believe someone told me it was either my cousin or my grandmother on my pop side, where they was like, you know, your uncle was in that Dr. Pepper commercial. And I'm like, Lil Sweet. So I'm gonna verify before I assume, but I'm pretty sure my uncle is Lil Sweet. So hopefully I can find out ASAP. So we'll definitely find out by Tuesday for the next episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. So hopefully we can verify. I like how you. So yeah, we're gonna start calling BPJ Lil Sweet. That's exactly what we're gonna call him going forward. Shout out to Ken Lewis for that. Definitely. Next up we have the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. This one, listen. This one right here. This one, they Sean, I give you credit. You had me in the first 24 minutes. You had me believe that this man was not going to win to the point where I'm like, bro, it's over. And then my notifications went off. They say, "Ha, this A's like milk." And I'm like, what? Well, I'm like, damn, yeah, you're right. My fault. But yo, the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge was Dijak, Josh Briggs, Tyler Bate, Trick Williams, and LeBron Toretto break these hoes. Braun Breaker for the people who are in the semantics. And this match slapped hard. No pause necessary. I cannot tell you enough. Like the way that this was booked and the way that they delivered on this was crazy. Like everybody not named Trick Williams blew a 4-1. That's the thing. They had a 4-0 lead. This man had no points. This man was done. This man was down and out. This man was literally, this man had, it was like this man was in the penalty box more times than he was able to actually get a pin. That's how down and out that man Trick Williams was. And buddy, because I picked Dijak to win, Highlight picked Tyler Bate to win, and Marks with Mike's picked, both of them picked Dijak to win. We all counted out Trick, and it got down to the final, what was it, 60 seconds, 30 seconds? And it felt like literally, it was like, you know that meme that people use where you're playing the game nonchalant, like you're just like, whatever. And then it's like when it's time to get down to the crunch, you be like, all right, bet. That's literally what Trick Williams was. That man literally waited down to like the last 30 seconds and said, all right, boom, 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 Boom. Yo, I'm gonna use this reference because it's forever fuck this team. But Trick Williams pulled what the Falcons did in reverse. They had no lead in the beginning, but he won in the end. You remember how the Falcons had the first half in that Super Bowl that I will never let them live down? Trick Williams had no points in the first half. But then when that second half hit and he figured out the gameplay, he scored. And he won. Therefore, your winner of the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. That was a weird analogy, but I just had to throw in my hate for the Falcons in there one last time because why the hell not? But Trick Williams won the Iron. Look at the passion in this man's face. This man won the Iron Survivor Challenge, and I hate comparing people. I truly do, but every time Trick Williams especially gets in this ring, I always think back to Booker T pre-WrestleMania 19. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Like you want to see this man succeed. Like I hate comparing him, but this man is literally Booker T of 2023. And that is a good thing. That is a great thing. And it's like, I believe WWE has this opportunity to make this man like one of their biggest baby faces of all time if they play their cards right. I'm not saying skyrocket this man to the top. I'm not saying like push this man to the point where people are going to be you're going to be tired of seeing him. I'm talking about like they have this opportunity to have this genuine, authentic individual show up and show out every time they put the ball in his hand. That's what they got in Trick Williams. I saw someone say that Trick Williams is what Montez Ford should be if they decide to go solo. Maybe, perhaps. But I'm telling you this right now. I am living for this version of Trick Williams and Trick Williams showing up and showing out any way they know how. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Erebus? It's a beautiful take on that because Trick goated in my book right now. That's what I'm saying. Like Trick Williams is literally someone who is just like he went from being Carmelo Hayes' sidekick, as most people try to write him off as, and a lot of people dismissed him as like, he's not ready, this, that, and the third. And it's like, I understand a lot of people want everybody to be work rate ready, but Trick has this thing about him where he doesn't have to do a million moves a mile an hour and none of that stuff. If he is genuinely over and authentic with the crowd, just as like, I want this man to succeed, then you have something in that you can literally go full balls to the wall with. And that man right there, Trick Williams, is the guy that you can literally strap a rocket to. But I'm not saying push him to the moon, like to the point where he, like I said, you're going to get exhausted with him. But I'm talking about like literally let him continue. Whatever you're doing right now, let that continue going forward. But yeah, man, it's official. It'll be Trick Williams challenging for the NXT North American. He already won that. He never got a rematch though, by the way, but neither here nor there. But he will officially challenge for the NXT Championship at New Year's Evil. What a match. What a match. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I honestly thought this was the end. I honestly thought this was the end of the show. Like my brain was like, "Oh, this is the main event," and it was like, "No, it's two more matches left." That's my bad. Savage Manu 92 said on YouTube, "Now Montez should be where Jey Uso is in his solo career." Perhaps that could work, but I'm just saying, like I just saw that and I was like, I wouldn't put 100% it like that because so far I don't know what they're doing with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and them, but if they do decide to go balls to the wall with Montez Ford going solo, he can definitely be up there with Jey Usos being over with the crowd or Trick Williams. Like he's that talented as well. It's like that's the beauty behind this. There's so many talented individuals in that company that all they have to do is just not fuck it up. That's it. Like Same with AEW. Like, it doesn't, or Impact, or in wrestling in general. You have so many talented people in these companies. All you have to do as a booker is just not fuck it up. That's it. Next up, we had the steel cage match. It was Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James. And I'm not going to hold you. I enjoyed this match for what it was, but it wasn't the best match on the card. Now, hear me out before stands or whatever try to chew me up. It was not the best match on the card because of where it was placed, in my opinion. Like, you could tell they was kind of intimidated by the steel cage a little bit. I don't know what was going on. Like, you could tell they was like not prancing around, but like you could tell they was trying not to hurt each other. Like, it, I don't know what it was. It felt like it was missing something a little bit, to the point where I could have been exhausted from 9 to 10. I was exhausted from the Iron Survivor challenge, because Trick, that literally was just like a lot of stuff just happened within the span of like 10 seconds. So I appreciate that. And other than that, yeah, I felt like the steel cage wasn't really, it didn't really hit as much. I'm not finna sit here and bash the women like I'm saying, like, it was fine for what it was, but it just didn't really hit as much. And obviously, Kiana James picked up the win over Roxanne Perez thanks to Izzy Dane, I believe. I didn't know who the hell this was when they first. I was like, who is this? But I believe I believe she was on NXT Tuesday, but it was so, like, that's the thing about NXT. It was so quick that you don't really have time to process sometimes. But yeah, she cost Roxanne Perez by smashing the steel cage in her face, and Kiana picked up the win. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rox looked great. The match itself was fine. It felt like something was missing, or like, if they would have, in my opinion, if they would have put it like with a falls count anywhere match or something like that, then maybe perhaps it would have worked with me a little bit, because I felt like they was a little confined in the cage and nothing was really clicking. And that is perfectly fine. I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying, oh, this shit was trash or whatever. I'm just saying, I'm just giving my honest opinion. I'm just being honest here. It wasn't really hitting like I hope, if that makes sense. But like I said, it was fine for what it was. Kiana James has a new, I guess you could say, muscle or protege or whatever they want to do with this. I'm interested. Like, that's the thing about it. It's like nothing on this card makes me not any less interested. Everything was fine for what it was. And then we had the main event. Baron Corbin challenging Ilja Dragunov, the Dragon of NXT, for the NXT Championship. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this match was, they was cooking. Like, I'm not saying this was the greatest match I've ever seen, but they was cooking. Like, this Baron Corbin came out like he was a biker taker from 2K. Like, you know, when you find your day one call and you trying to mimic your hero on 2K, and you copy Undertaker biker taker's gimmick into your entrance. That's what Baron Corbin's interest was to me. But the match itself was pretty solid. Like, it wasn't something to like go home about, but it was pretty solid. And then for something about Dragunov, like, this man is a different villain. Like, this man, he's a good guy, but he's a villain. Like, he is a menace. He is that type of guy that will literally stare you in your eye, punch you in the face, and smile and make you apologize. That's how violent this man is. Like, this man is out here hugging people before putting them away. Like, this man whispered in this man's ear. This is literally, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. this is the Yin Yang twins. This is this man looks like a freaking menace. This man is violent. But yo, man, I gotta give Baron Corbin his props before we talk about the finish. This man, ever since he returned to NXT, I'm not gonna say he's been knocking it out of the park as far as in ring wise, but he's been killing it. And like, as far as keeping my interest. So everything he does, everything he talk about, like, I'm loving this version of Baron Corbin. Like, it sucks that it took him going back to NXT for them to get how to book him. I feel like that's always the case. It's like every time he goes to NXT, that's when they know how to book Baron Corbin. But it was like when he's on the main roster, it's like I'm not as interested. I think that most interest I was in Baron Corbin was bum ass Baron Corbin. So log off after that whisper Joe. Like, hey man, you can't lie to me. Like that was some good shit. Like, come on now. He trying to whisper in your ear, man. Like he's trying to say, I'm finna kill you, boy. Hey, little mama, I'm about to kill this man. I'm about to whoop his ass. I'm about to fight. I'm about to claw. I'm about to rip his heart out. Come on now. Don't hate. Don't hate. I'm trolling. But nah, man. Like Baron Corbin in NXT, he's been pretty solid, like for the most part. So I gotta give him props on that. And obviously, Ilja Dragunov retained the NXT Championship after, I believe, two H bombs and the flying headbutt. I forgot what they call it, but the flying headbutt that he does. And still your NXT not North. I don't know why I keep saying North. NXT champion Ilja Dragunov. And NXT Deadline closed with Trick Williams confronting Dragunov, and the show went off the air. Like I said, NXT Deadline was pretty stacked, pretty solid for what it was. It was 7 matches. It wasn't nothing too crazy to like it was NXT Tuesday night on a Saturday, but in a good way. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was not Torpedo Moscow. Okay, I was like, it was something with a T, but I didn't want to butcher it. Appreciate you getting like Ken is my impromptu co-host for the night because he's been keeping me in check with that. So yo, shout out to him. Torpedo Moscow, that's what he used to pick up the win. But yeah, man, NXT Deadline was solid for us. Like if you didn't check it out, make sure you guys check it out. I know I got to check out Collision for next week's show because the Continental Classic is continuing on there. I also got to check out Final Resolution. They went so much wrestling went on tonight. Like that's why I understand this whole tribalistic bullshit that social media has. Like if you watch something, just enjoy wrestling. Like my timeline was filled with Final Resolution or Collision or Deadline. Like it was a fun time. Like if you just take your obsession with being right out of the equation, you'll enjoy wrestling for what it was. But yo, NXT Deadline was solid for what it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this brief post show. Make sure you guys stay tapped in and locked in for yours truly. But yo, before we get up out of here, I gotta give you guys some news. I forgot to do it in the intro, but hey, we live, baby. We might as well do it at the end. GRESH Unleashed News, our 3rd annual end of the year awards will be going down on December 26th. For those who aren't aware or are new around here, the End of the Year Awards is a cross-podcasting show where we basically treat it like the Slammy Awards, where we create categories and award the winners. First off on the GRESH Unleashed podcast, that'll be right here, and it concludes over on the Life's a Botch podcast. Since last year was well received, the Listener's Choice Awards categories, will be returning this year as well, where we'll list the polls over on www.gressunleashed.com, and you, the listener, can get your voice heard. It's a fun time overall. It will be available the week after next, I believe. Not this week coming up, but the next week. We still getting the categories there. Like there's so much good wrestling that went down this year that is going to be hard, but we gotta pick some winners, and it'll be a fun time. And speaking of fun time, GRESH on YouTube, the main GRESH YouTube channel is back up in business. Like for those of you who don't know, my hard drive crashed, but hey, I shout out to the backup of the backup of the backup. But the first retrospective of 4 TNA month over on the main YouTube channel it is finally finished. Put it that way. It is finally finished and will be uploaded to Patreon for early access, but it will be dropping officially next Thursday on the main channel. The retrospective will see us step back to the year 2011, where Bobby Roode clashed with AJ Styles at TNA Final Resolution with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on the line in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Was this one of those matches that is a forgotten gem, or was it trash? We'll talk about it. We'll break it down over on youtube.com/@itsgresh. next Thursday. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this post show with yours truly. I will catch you guys on Tuesday for another installment of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. I appreciate my chat, Ken. I appreciate you over on Twitch as well. Rebus, Savage, Manu. I appreciate y'all for rocking with yours truly for this post show. And hopefully you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember, I got to get my chain back because Highlight is still the champion, but I got to get my chain back. But in your case, make sure you guys keep it locked, keep it humble, and keep it real with yourself and everybody else. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be crazy. Yeet. Jay Uso got it back.